I'm Tyne out for TK24 Sports Now. Today's show, we're looking at the aftermath from the international break. How does Mikel Arteta bounce back from 3 straight defeats with new signings, new formation, lack of, new philosophy, lack of, a new process, very lack of. So now, if you're new to the show, make sure you like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss the show every time we upload. You ready? Here we go. So the international break is pretty much nearly over. Arsenal returned, the players returned. What does Mikel Arteta do going forward now to get the trust back from the Arsenal supporters, if there's any trust left? And I do believe actually there is a bit of trust left from some Arsenal supporters. Give him time, let him build the squad as he sees it. And pretty much now you can turn around and say 90% is there. There's only a few more players that need to go. And then you can turn around and say, this is a Mikel Arteta team. But then again, is he building his team for someone else to come in and take it on and take it forward? A lot of people will say, yes, now's the time to do so. I would have said, yes, the time is now. And I would have said that actually at the end of last season, going into this season, this would have been a good time to get a new manager in. So Arsenal can actually get themselves going. If they was prepared to give Arteta 150 million, what would it have been like having a bigger manager with a bigger name with that sort of money? I mean, come on. The players that they could have been going after, they would have actually got. I do get the recruitment policy of going for 23 and under or around that age, but then another manager would have come in and said, I get what you're trying to do. So let's go and get back 4 of those players, but give me 3 bad boys to go after that can improve this starting 11. He may have actually got the better out of Granit Xhaka if he was to stay, but then we've got to deal with reality. The reality is we actually don't have this new manager. We've got Mikel Arteta. They couldn't get rid of Xhaka for the money that they wanted. And kudos to Arsenal. I think that's really good. And Arsenal didn't actually want to offer Granit Xhaka a new deal, but I guess they've offered him a new deal, hoping that if he does play well, because the World Cup's coming up next season, then should Roma and Mourinho come back in for him, if Mourinho's still going to be there, of course, then they can go and get a substantial bit more money than the 17 million or the 20 million that they actually wanted for him in the first place. But what I would have liked to have seen is them going after like a Saul who's gone to Chelsea, or people say Lokonga, and I think we've got, I don't say Lokonga, people I'm so sorry for this one. People are saying going after Bissouma from Brighton, where we've got Sammy Lokonga in, and I think what's the point of going after a Bissouma when you've got a Sammy Lokonga already, and you can see what the quality of this young man is going to bring. He's already got his first international cap, and then people will turn around and say, well, why did we get rid of Guendouzi? Well, Guendouzi's gone because he's got a poor attitude. I mean, and that's the bottom line of it. You know, you can sometimes put up with a poor attitude if they're going to deliver on the pitch, and he doesn't actually deliver, 8 out of 10 every week. And performance ratings, we're talking more like 4 or 5, so it's a bit more of an average player. So where do Arsenal go? Where do Mikel Arteta go? And I'm so sorry if I keep coughing in this. I've got a bit of a tickly throat. I know it's not COVID. I've got COVID tests and I do them all the time. So going forward, I just think Mikel Arteta has to get the best out of his squad. He's got 5 games coming up, and we'll talk about that in the last part of the show. But I just think the next couple of games, he's going to have to do something special. He's going to have to unleash another new handbrake. He's going to have to invent a handbrake to let this one go and let this team express itself and attack. Got a new defence. We've got a goalkeeper now, with, of course, in Leno. But when I say the goalkeeper, we've got Ramsdale, who is going to be pushing Leno. So Leno's going to have to concentrate very hard. It'll be good to see what Ben White does. Tomiyashi, hopefully I've got your name right for the right back. But he's 6'2". I've seen a couple of videos of him, and I'm not going to say I'm an expert on him. But what I have seen, he's big, he's strong, he's powerful, he's quick. He can get forward, he can cross, he can actually shoot as well, he can use his left foot. But then again, these are compilations, and compilations might make anyone look good. So I haven't seen anything as of yet to turn around and see how bad he is or how many people have done him. And then, when people see these videos or see, I saw this one in The Sun where they said, look at Lukaku does to Arsenal's new defender. Anyone on their given day can get twisted up and put on the floor. There's no shame in that at all whatsoever. It's just called good skill and good technique. That's all it is. So some nice try to, make Arsenal fans feel that they've got a bad right back, stroke centre back, stroke anything else this guy can do. So I do think this one's actually going to be a good pickup for Arsenal. But it was just good to see that Arsenal can bounce back and go and smash Norwich at least 3-4-5-0. go into the Burnley game, win that one 2-1, 3-0, and then go to Spurs and win that one 1 or 2-0 convincingly, then take on the next 2 games after that, which is Brighton and Palace, and then I think Arsenal will go on and do something great and significant from there. But that's what I would like to see. That's what I would like to see the next 5 games, 15 points picked up, really dropped 9 points, no goals scored, and then 9 goals conceded. So I would like to see more going forward. So that's after the international break. That's what I would like to see. But then when we move on to the next chapter of this segment, the players. Have Arsenal improved the players? Have they improved the squad? Have they improved the starting 11? And the answer to that is only 1 out of 3. And that's not good enough, really, is it? Well, what we're talking about is they haven't improved the starting 11. They haven't improved the playing style, but they have improved the squad. Now, the squad is very good. I think it's a good squad. The starting 11 is not bad, but it's just not improved. Yes, he brought in Martin Odegaard. My God, I can't even get the words out today. So they brought in Martin Odegaard, who is a good creative midfielder. You know, he can unlock a lot of defences. That's what he does. That's what he does best. He can pick the locks and he can thread the ball through. He's not the greatest of goal scorers, but, you know, if Arsenal can get firing, if Mikel Arteta can get the squad firing, then I think Arsenal can go on and do some magical things this year. I really do. I think we've seen it before. We've seen the way Arsenal can play under Arteta. We've seen the good, we've seen the bad, and we've seen the downright ugly. Case in point, the 3 games this season. But what does it mean for the squad? What does it mean overall? Is there competition for places? Yes, they brought in some hungry players. They've got rid of some players who are deemed surplus to requirements, and we've still got a couple more that's in the squad. So Arteta's got a lot to do, and I think his personality, and I don't know the guy, so I can't even talk in judgment to turn around and say, you know, he's just stubborn, he's this, he's that. Who knows? Who actually knows apart from the players? And the players are not really going to come out and say much, apart from Maitland-Niles, but hey. But going forward, I want to see more from his football. And maybe his football, maybe I would then say is his personality. Is it boring? Because Arsenal's football is boring. Going forward is boring. Going backwards defending is just scary. So I would just like to see like what Arteta can really do. Is his formation going to be a 4-2-3-1? Is it 4-3-3 or is it 3-4-3? Now, for me, I don't mind if he's got 3 formations in his lockers, meaning that at any given time, the players can adjust on the pitch, the teams can adjust as well, and mentally when they go into the game, they know why they're playing that formation and what it actually means starting for Arsenal. That's it, really, truly. What does it mean to start for Arsenal? Does Arteta actually instill that into them, especially these players coming in? Has he made this squad better? Has he made the starting 11 better? Has he even got a brand of identity? So bringing these players in, is the squad better? Yes. Starting 11? No. Overall? I would say it's a 5 out of 10 squad. And before going into this season, it was a 4.5 out of 10. So we've only moved up half a point. But half a point is half a point, and that half a point could be good later on in this season. Could be good going on later on in this season. Now, if you're still at this part of the show, make sure you like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Now, last part. How long does Arteta actually have left in this job? Now, I would say 5 games. Some people will say no games. Some people will say 2 games. Some people will say, hey, why the hell is he still here? Well, I would say he's actually got 3 games left. Some will say until the end of the season. Some will say, actually, he should just be gone now. But a case in point is going to be this Norwich game. I would like to say 5 games, 15 points. He's got to win 5 out of 5. Should we beat Norwich, and we should beat Norwich, we're going to get half of people saying, well, it's just Norwich. Let's see what he does against Burnley. Sorry. They beat Burnley. Okay, it's just Burnley. We won Norwich, we won Burnley, but it's only 6 points. Remember, we've lost 9 points. Okay, Spurs. I will judge him after Spurs. That's what you're going to hear a lot of supporters say, should they beat Norwich and then Burnley. They beat Spurs. Okay, right. So we've got 9 points now. We could have had even, 18, 19 points now this season. Why is that fair? I don't know what that post was about, but people say, where was this performance at the start of the season? Then they go and beat Brighton. Then they go and beat Palace. 15 points. Arsenal fans could then start thinking we could go for a top 4 run. And it's true, they could. And it all depends on this Norwich game for Mikel Arteta. It really does. It all depends and hangs on what he does for Norwich. Then to Burnley, then to Spurs, then to Brighton, then to Palace. He has to make a great run. And if you want Arsenal to come back, you may not want Arteta, so you can't be saying, I'd rather Arsenal lose so Arteta can get the sack. That's just ridiculous. You're better off just saying, I hope we just keep on winning and we can still make changes afterwards to Arteta should we need to. Is he the right man for the job? Really and truly, I want to say yes. But deep down inside me, it is really a no. And when Arsenal lose now, they go behind, I don't even get upset. I don't get angry anymore. People don't even cuss me anymore, sorry. A lot of people don't even text me that much anymore. They just say, your team's rubbish, you're getting relegated. And they leave the banter as that. Because they know there's nothing much more I can turn around and say. I'm not like the guys who live in the past and say, we've got the gold trophy, unbeaten, and blah. Yeah, that's great, that's past. That's past records. You look at the present. What are we doing now? What are we doing now going forward? They're getting beaten by Brentford, by Chelsea, and by City, and that shouldn't happen. If you're thinking you keep on promoting that your club's a big club, you should be saying, man, you beat us. You guys played your skin out there. It was close. It was 1-0. Anyone could have won the game. I think a draw could have been fair, but really and truly, we should have won it. We turn to the games now. We're like, man, you know what? If we score a goal today, man, we're kind of lucky. So really and truly, Arteta should keep his job. But truth of the matter is this. Or the truth of the matter of the fact is this. Arteta doesn't have long left. The Norwich game is going to seal his fate, whether he keeps a job or not. Burnley, can he get to there? I don't know. But if the players don't play well, if Arsenal lose, he's out the job. It's plain and simple as that. If they draw the game, he'll get to Burnley. If they draw that game, they get to Spurs and they lose against Spurs, then he's gone. But the Norwich game is going to be the deciding factor, as many people will put out there say, no, it's not. He's going to get many more games up to December, up to November, whatever it is. It's not. There's no way they'll be able to sit by and watch him bring Arsenal down, 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 and down. They want to give him the benefit of the doubt. They want to say, what can you do, Mikel? What can you give us? How can you make us better? What are you going to do to make sure we're now fighting, not for Europa League, but for the Champions League? And that's going to be down to the Norwich game. So anyway, if you like this part on the show, make sure you like, subscribe, turn that notification on so you don't miss a show every time we upload. Thank you for watching. Got a sore throat. I've got to get this mended, but I wanted to get a video out there for you guys. So thank you for my great subscribers. And if you're not a subscriber, please join. If you're on Facebook, join the Facebook page. If you're on YouTube, join the YouTube page. And if you can find it in yourself, just join both. It really helps. Thanks for watching. I'm tied up for TK24 Sports.